So yeah, here's Mulligan Blarg.
Plant expansion complete.
Boss, we need evidence to prove our suspicions.
Oh god.
Head to the central base camp in Afghanistan. And
My FOB got hit.
It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
Not now, Miller. Someone hit my...
Clouds
Oh.
approaching.
Someone hit my forward operating base. They took a bunch of my fuel. I needed that fuel. And it's not giving me a retaliation target, so
Please
frack.
select a mission.
Well then, I guess that's just the end of that.
Unit dispatched.
Oh, what the... huh? Uh-oh. Well, we've got a couple of side ops to do.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan.
And we'll avoid using quiet for now. Not really necessary. Hold on.
Clouds approaching.
Should probably see about updating these weapon customizations. I really need a rangefinder on that. Don't mind me just having fun playing around with my guns. Nothing much to it. Trying to cheat my way into getting better guns without having to work for it.
Hey, Spud, if you don't mind, I have a question for you.
Sure, go for it.
Alright,
Clouds
I may or may not have mentioned there is a book I'm working on, and...
You have not mentioned to me, at least.
Okay, well, I don't know...
This is new to me.
Okay, well, I don't know where I've mentioned it, who I've mentioned it to.
Alright, so let's just assume this is the announcement. You are putting a book
Please
together.
select a landing zone.
It is a book I am working on. It is not by intention, but is a very long-term project. But anyways, yes, it's fiction, but one of the things that has developed is there are little bits where I'm including lyrics to fictional songs that exist in universe.
That's always a challenge in writing.
Okay, well, anyway, what I'm wondering is,
Deploying.
I'm having the idea for writing a song, or writing a bit around the line, punch the thing that gives way to progress, and I'm wondering if that would be a problem in any way.
references are fine. It's not like we hold much of a copyright on the thing, and certainly even if we did, you would have permission.
Okay.
You know, being part of that group, I don't see why I would have a personal problem with you using that.
Okay. Well, I wasn't, there was part of me that thought it wouldn't be a problem. I wasn't sure, figured it'd be... When I asked Din about it, he thought, just to be on the safe side because of things like if ever a t-shirt were made around that, for example.
Well, it probably will, but... yeah, and now I'm reminded I have to... at some point consider getting that effort started up again, but... I mean... As far as the caveat, you have to have permission from the creator goes, you would have permission from the creator.
Alright then.
I mean, I don't see anyone here with the authority on that having an objection.
Okay then.
Extraction.
Well, thank you.
No problem. So, for the sake of people at home, what's the book about?
It is science fiction.
Like you do?
It's...
The map has been updated.
See, this is the thing that I have a problem with, is finding a good way to summarize it, which...
Enemy presence detected.
Which might be a problem.
Map has been
Well,
updated.
yeah, I've never seen myself as much of a salesman, which notably is a problem.
That's the thing, when you're doing creative stuff, you have to be a little bit of a salesman.
Yeah, I made a joke. I wrote a joke once where if you have the people who they say can sell ice to Eskimos, and I see myself as kind of being on the opposite side of things, where I'd worry about being able to sell ice to people in the desert.
He's coming too. Roger that.
But yes, it's science.
Sorry.
It's-
I take it you're probably not watching this stream?
No.
Okay, then you wouldn't be seeing the portals I've been opening in space-time to Fulton dudes. This is a recent development.
Detected. The map has
This
been
is
updated.
Phantom Pain, right?
Yeah, this is the Phantom Pain.
You
That
gotta extract him.
portals in space-time are not a thing that I would expect to happen in a Metal Gear Solid game.
That's the joke.
I mean, I get they have giant robots, but I thought it was at least a little more grounded than...
There will always be an aspect of Metal Gear Solid that just does not make any... blatantly refuses to make sense. That is...
Okay.
That will always be...
Because Kojima?
Because Kojima, yeah. Because, this is a very serious game about serious wars and serious people with serious guns, and also
Extraction
balloons and
from
wormholes.
base.
To be fair, you don't really get access to it until the first, season, the first major story arc is complete, so... By that point, you've hit a lot of the major points of your development queue.
And then wormholes.
Enemy presence
And then wormholes,
detected. The map has been updated.
So now we're going to infiltrate the big bad base of this area again to rescue a prisoner.
Will you be using wormholes?
Well, yeah. I mean, I need to... Actually, now that I think about it, I'm kind of full up on... Well, I just lost a bunch of dudes due to the raid on my FOB. So I need to replace them. And on top of that, I need to start thinking about getting better guys, because right now I'm at, like, max capacity for just about every unit on my base. Yeah. Got over 100 guys in each unit, and I need to start really making sure oh dear. Need to start making sure I get better guys and not just more guys.
There's also the also. I mean, if it's not a problem if he trying to continue figuring, but there's also a thing about the book is that it's. I mean, it's the same character, but it's four stories that, I mean, they happen one after the other, but they're each their own individual arc. So there's.
So it's an anthology of a character.
More, in a sense. I mean, what happens at the end? I mean, what happens in the first story at the end of it? It affects what happens in the next three. There is direct impact.
Yeah, so there's continuity, but it's also an anthology. That's not. I mean, there's nothing really objectionable about that kind of structure. I mean, you can make that work as long as it feels like there's character development and consequences. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, what happens at? I mean, what happens in the second? I mean, what ultimately happens? I mean, part of the problem though is that how much can you say about what happens without spoiling the end of the first story?
Fair enough.
Yeah. But what happens at the end of the first one, what's wound up happening is the other three, I mean, the second and third, at the very least, are set up in a way where they would not, I mean...
You are really not pulling this description together.
No, I am not. It's science fiction. It's about a guy who's a bounty hunter by trade, and it takes heavy influence from Star Wars. So
basically, not Boba Fett the book.
Well, no, he's not. Well,
analysis complete.
I kid. I think I don't have any doubts that it'll be interesting. Just I'm going to make jokes because that's what you do in a gaming stream. You just make fun of literally everything.
Fair point.
Ooh, that guy's A++.
Analysis complete.
I'm at the point now where I'm not even interested in people who aren't at least A+, which is kind of dumb.
Because if they're not A+, they're not worth your time?
Yeah. Not that I don't have, like, 50 Fultons to just grab everything in the base at this point. But, that leaves a lot of people in the waiting room that I'm just never going to use. So there's a trade-off there.
You have arrived at your destination.
Someone in chat mentions, like, Star Wars 1313.
Sun will set shortly.
I remember hearing something about a game called Star Wars 1313. Something about Coruscant, the underworld. I think it was canceled. It got the axe like everything in the expanded universe.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Mother base is now in the red.
Oh, crap, I'm in the red. Time to sell a bunch of gems. Yeah, no, yeah. There we go.
Development project has been added.
So, gosh, what were we even talking about? What was I going to say? The main reason I'm coming here is to find a prisoner of war and rescue them, but recruiting people is going to be a consequence of that.
Mm-hmm. And of course you listen to the cassette tape that explains everything about why this prisoner of war is important.
No, this is a side-op, I don't get that.
Aw.
You have arrived at your destination.
the main advantage of the wormhole is that it can grab everything you could possibly want, and you don't have to worry about ceilings anymore.
Yeah.
So if you're grabbing someone that's indoors, you no longer have to give a damn about, oh crap, I gotta carry their body outside before I can strap a balloon to them. Nope. Just throw them in the wormhole now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, D-Dog, help me find this prisoner. There we go. Now, this part of the base, I mean, it's the last part of the base, but this part's always the most tricky because it's a big ol' blocky network with lots of visibility on the approach. But there we go.
You gonna extract him?
I can't wait to hear how this call goes. Something worth looking into. One of our guys just disappeared into a wormhole.
Is that actually what they're saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Subject is in.
Well, no, the guy said something worth looking into here, even though he pretty clearly saw the wormhole. And I was like, you know, I wonder if they made a line for that.
Wormholes? Must be 5 o'clock.
I don't get it. Why would it be 5 o'clock?
No, it's
It's a comment on the on how bizarre the Metal Gear Solid games are. That it is normal for wormholes to be a thing.
It could have been the phrasing, like, wormholes? Must be Tuesday.
Ellen explains that joke.
See, most of the jokes I hear when it comes to that reference 5 o'clock usually involve drinking.
That is a good point.
So I was like,
That's on me. I flubbed the joke.
Please select a landing zone.
ah, well, it happens. So I certainly do it plenty enough. So,
Deploying.
you know, people made the aperture science jokes in chat. The truth about the wormholes is a little stranger. There's a side up where you have to capture a legendary jackal that you suspect might be descended from Anubis or something. And once you capture him, you unlock the ability to develop wormhole technology.
So instead of science, it's magic.
I don't know.
Because it's Kojima. Why not both?
Yeah, Kojima likes to dip into the very blatantly supernatural and then say, oh no, it's just advanced technology.
Nanomachines.
Nanomachines, son. It's... I'm totally not the Terminator. I'm getting sick of Red Sun. On my, on my helicopter. Oh, what would be good? The Driver San Francisco main theme, why not?
So where did you find I Am the Doctor?
Where'd I find it?
Yeah.
Around. Certainly don't rip most of my music off of YouTube these days.
Of course not.
Of course
That
not.
would be like downloading a car.
Yeah, you wouldn't
And
download.
who would do that?
You wouldn't download a soldier. Wait. So we got a bunch of dudes that are just kind of walking around in a daze. And we get a... oh boy. Eliminate the wandering puppets. Yeah... Where's Snake and Followed His Dragons? Probably hiding under a box, yeah. Well, this will be fun.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
That's the target.
Oh boy, there's a... hope that vehicle's not trying to get into the base.
And there was a blueprint you passed.
Blueprint?
Yeah.
No way,
Back
there's
in-
a blueprint.
Yeah, back in the room.
Enemy presence.
How have I gone this long and raided this base so many times without seeing a blueprint? Oh my god, there's a blueprint. It's the UN Arc. I have plenty of the UN Arc. I don't need more. The idea behind this mission is that the skulls went through this base and the soldiers are still basically insane. Yeah. So you gotta take them out. They're of no use to literally anyone.
So you've introduced them to the skulls.
So someone who's not watching these wormholes, do they work like you open a hole in a wall, like creating a door?
No, it's more in the sky. In the air about 5 feet up, and then they float up into it and disappear.
Okay then.
Yeah.
So kind of like a Star Trek teleporter, but wormholes.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. I believe that does it for side ops, except for the big important one. That will probably advance the story into spoilery territory. So maybe...
Scotty, I need a wormhole.
Sure. Because those are two things I definitely want to mix. Old Star Trek and the Phantom Pain, although it is the 80s.
What about new Star Trek and the Phantom Pain?
Arrived at Mother Base.
That actually, that would actually be kind of an interesting little crossover, but
Wasn't original Star Trek like 60s or 70s?
yeah.
Please select
70s.
But it means at this point in time, it would be the perfect
Although,
No, yeah.
perfect time
Star
for it
Trek-
to be, you know,
Unit
common
dispatched.
knowledge.
Star Trek movies, that would be the 80s.
Yeah, along with
By the
Next
way-
Generation.
By the way, can you guys hear background noise on my end? I've got the washing machine going. I'm not sure how audible it is.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, I'll try and stay muted then.
I wouldn't.
It's not a
yeah.
huge problem. I got my fan going.
I wouldn't say I'm
I'll
hearing.
just mute when I'm not talking.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't say I hear background noise so much as it's like.
Oh, do I want to do a stupid thing?
Always do the stupid thing.
Do I want to go doing the FOB infiltrations? I might.
That depends. What does FOB stand for?
Forward Operating Base.
Ah, that didn't provide as much explanation as I hoped it would. I
Basically,
still say go for it.
it's a place where they're able, or Big Boss will have troops positioned so that they can deal with situations in that region.
You basically get to invade another person's extra mother base.
Do it.
So, if you look at it from a grand scheme of things, it's like Big Boss is fighting a civil war with himself.
Well, in universe, he's fighting another private military force.
All the snakes. I mean, let's be honest. There are like at least 3 snakes in canon already. It wouldn't hurt to add a few more.
And we're talking about a game that has wormholes. So
Yeah, you can swipe people's stuff.
So this snake having some sort of like multiple schizophrenic complex and raiding his own bases is
You can practice on your own base. Like I can go and practice on my own forward operating base.
My cat has decided to sit down right next to the laptop and have a bath. Get real classy, cat. Real classy.
But I want to try and get some fuel so I can try and get more stuff built, because that is always the gating on building more base facilities. Is just I never have enough fuel resources. So alright. This will be interesting. I'm probably going to lose because I'm not very good at this. He's got, I mean, no matter where I go, he's got 4 platforms, and I'm not going to get through them all before he catches me. So, yeah, let's see. He's got drones, mines, anti-theft devices, pretty much on all platforms. So, yeah, I guess we'll just...
Heading to FOB.
Let's try and get some good equipment going. And we'll go in as Solid Snake.
Oh, you actually have that one. I still need to do that in Ground Zeroes, but I've got stuff I gotta do before I can. So what's the gold equipment?
That's stuff I've customized. Oh, I can't have the arm if I do this skin. Okay then.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
So how does the game handle base rating for those who aren't hooked up to online?
If you don't build a forward operating base, I wonder if you even can.
I can experiment. I haven't gotten that far yet.
I think pretty much everyone is. You just don't have to always put people there, and you can only get rated once per day, and if you stay kind of at 0, then you just kind of stick along with everyone else who's also at 0, and then you don't really get rated that much. Because you can only raid people who are around your rank.
Well, no, what I meant was, like, for people who don't hook their game up online, like, just play entirely offline.
Then it probably just doesn't... If you never once connect online, then it probably just never happens.
However, one of my friends did have on Facebook that he had disconnected his PS4 from the internet when he turned it off. Plugged it back in when he came back and found out he had been raided.
I call hacks.
He was not happy.
Yeah, if you reconnect, if you stay offline for a long time and then reconnect, you can find that.
He was gone for maybe 8 hours. And I just look at that whole list of deployment resources used.
Yeah, I'm going kind of all out, because this is the big time.
Time for a big shot.
I don't really need that. But might as well. Okay. Well, I'm in no way ready for this, so let's go.
Deploying.
That's the best battle cry.
Basically, I'm not going to worry too much about trying to get all the way there. I'm just going to
take what you can and get the hell out of there.
Focus on taking what I can. And trying out my brand new hand.
Sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB. You can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Where'd you get a new hand from? Updates?
Development.
Old.
So you have about 30 minutes, I see.
You vanished!
Yeah.
Oh, it's the teleporting.
Yeah, this is where you first encounter the wormhole technology, is here in the multiplayer meta.
Say hi to the wormhole aliens for me.
Does the game have cardboard box technology?
Yes, it does.
It has advanced cardboard box technology.
Oh, that's a decoy. I'm a dumb. Those are mines.
It'll be a troll and steal all of their weapons.
They probably have anti-theft devices on a bunch of crap. So what I want... is
Steal
this...
all their least valuable stuff for kicks and giggles.
Alright. Did we attract any attention there? Alright. Let's just grab some more crap. Oh, here's some more fuel resources. That's always the good stuff. Common metal. I might as well just grab everything. Oh boy.
So how many tanks have you stolen?
This is basically supermarket sweep.
That's another decoy. If everyone in this FOB is a decoy, I'm going to be very amused.
That's probably how mine would be set up, with like 5 E ranks.
The amount of resources you get from this is like double what you get for containers in single player.
So it gives you a reason to be a dick to other players.
Oh yeah.
Sure, but this is one of those things that, you only do if you sign up for it and go online, right?
I don't know. It might be... I don't know how mandatory it is.
Well, it is.
There is a point where you get tutorialized into building the forward operating base. And as far as putting guys there and developing platforms for it, you can invest as much as you want, or as little as you want, but I think you do have to at least build it.
Okay,
Which
but
means it
if you
can
weren't
be-
interested in any kind of PvP or online play whatsoever, you could just
You
not do
could just leave it alone, and because you kind of stay at the lowest possible rank, you don't end up getting invaded regularly.
Fair enough.
So it's. But again, then it just kind of comes down to luck and whether or not someone bothers.
Hang on. I think this is actually a setup for a really bad pun. Notice the emblem.
Yeah, I'm seeing that octopus.
Hail Hydra.
One of the characters from Metal Gear Solid 1, Decoy Octopus.
Ah. Yeah, that was awful.
Is this one of those things where you need to have knowledge of Metal Gear to get the joke?
A little.
He explained the knowledge of Metal Gear. He did it.
Yeah.
One of the bosses, one of the non-bosses rather, from Metal Gear Solid 1 is Decoy Octopus.
Oh. They have fun in this game.
And the base has an icon of an octopus, and every soldier he's seen has been a decoy.
Yeah.
So they have all been decoy
Alright.
octopuses.
Well, the player who made this base is now my favorite.
Yeah, literally, it's all of them. What the crap? He just did not put a bunch of guys here at all. Oh, there's a drone. There's a drone. It's all decoys and drones, goddammit.
Best player ever.
Yeah, you also get informed if you're actively playing the game and you're connected online and someone's invading your FOB, you can retaliate. You can enter the game session and try and fight them off. But that hasn't happened yet.
That means there can literally be snake versus snake.
Exactly. Let's see if I can.
So if I could somehow set it up that you can invade my base, I could laugh as I get my ass handed to me by you.
Yeah, but the problem is you can't really connect on the FOB thing by friends list. There's no way to do that. Your best chance for actually finding a specific player is to just keep searching the random list until you finally get something.
Legacy in the chat is saying, it might be a trap. To which I say, prepare the Admiral Akbar quote.
Nah, we'll pass on Akbar today.
If it turns out to be a trap, I reserve the right to say it.
Crap, I really don't want to... The one time where a chaff grenade would actually be kind of neat to have.
Grenade?
Or grenade. Oh god, is this a decoy too? They're
all decoys. Everyone is decoys.
They're all decoys. Okay then. Not a single live soldier anywhere on this platform. I am befuddled. And there's some containers here, and it's just decoys and drones. The actual fug.
Decoys and Drones, isn't that an indie band?
That would actually be a pretty good band name.
What?
Decoys and Drones is the band name.
That would be a pretty sweet band name.
I'm just gonna take all this guy's stuff if he's not actually gonna defend it. Oh, I feel bad now. Yeah, there's also remote mines. That's also one of his defenses.
I feel bad. I'm still gonna take all his stuff, but now I feel bad about it.
I need this stuff, damn it.
This is the sort of setup that I'd go with a bit. Except I'd load as many cheap expendables as I could.
So, wait, does this mean, Spud, that you have a base that other people can, take stuff from?
Yeah, and it's probably worse defended than this. Because I do not have a good security team right now.
This player truly is a master troll. Or just...
Yeah, there's gotta be at least one guy, because otherwise he wouldn't be having base security or blockade. So he's got some people in his security team. They're just not here.
They're probably all on the central.
Pissed.
They're all getting coffee.
Just watching
at the same
The
time.
same time.
We might actually win this, is the dumb thing. We might actually get to the core of the platform, which is the goal. So we gotta get in here.
And then it turns out he piled all his
All his guards at the core, and I just get shot to death. Yeah.
Yes, he lures you in. He lures you into a false sense of security.
Yeah, but I've already like stolen everything he's worth at that point.
The sense of security is not false. It is real. It is very real. So secure, you guys.
I'm sprinting around. It's okay. I need to actually figure out how to get to.
Wait, aren't you in a sneaking suit so the sound wouldn't go?
Well, not running would still make a sound. Crap. How do I get to the core down there? But crouch walking no longer makes a sound when you're doing this. Yeah.
Actual walking doesn't either, as I've discovered.
Yeah, actual walking is also probably okay.
I'm gonna check that. Careful.
Oh, crap. Now I need to actually... Oh, there's another drone around.
What if we said about playing the bagpipes?
Do you always do it all the time?
Well, I've got 16 minutes to figure it out.
Everyone in the chat just kind of goes, okay, there's got to be something. What's it going to be?
The core is covered in mines. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him.
Mines?
The true reward is messing with your head.
I suppose, but...
What I almost want to
Ah, there we go.
is that this person is actually a developer and has done this whole thing as just a joke. And
They
doesn't
had it.
care.
Oh, come on. This has got to be a real guard. No! This has got to be a real guard. Come on.
There are no guards.
I'm right next to the core, guys. Come on.
You want it to be real so bad.
Give me one person to shoot. One.
The person who made this recognized there'd be so many people streaming.
I don't know how you can even make this. How do you have no guards anywhere? How is this possible?
The person who made this recognized that so many people would be streaming it and bet that one of those streamers would come, and now they're going to be looking for that person's reaction video to be on YouTube so they can laugh about it.
I highly doubt that they're that much of a ruse master.
Staff captured, and you somehow managed to capture the staff anyway.
Well, I got to the core.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that... the guys weren't even that great.
Is it possible you can handpick where you put guards?
You can set zones of coverage, yeah.
I'll just get one guard and have him patrol an area that you're most likely never going to see. There's a guard.
Alright.
Did you actually find a live guard?
No.
No.
Not one. Yeah, the drones were there. That was something.
We need to go deeper.
I would feel like you should replay that just to like look at every square inch of that place.
However, he said you can only be raided once a day.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, well, I'm never going to get that lucky again. That's just never going to happen.
Like the next 20 people are the experts.
Drones all the time.
Please select a mission.
What's this? That a spam bot? Or just a asshole in general in the chat?
I'm thinking ass.
I'm human. Okay. Cool. Care to tell me why you made such a big goddamn entrance?
Legacy, they can. It's called mercenary deployment. It automatically produces GMP.
At least you're self-aware. That gets you a pass in my book. Welcome to the stream.
Okay. Hey Spud, you want to do something else stupid?
What else would be stupid? By all means.
Go hijack the tank.
I've hijacked plenty of tanks.
Yeah, do it for the stream.
Yeah, I've already done all the tank units though, and they're
airplane.
They're kind of annoying.
Counter raid.
I can't counter raid. He won.
The cat is looking at me with such disdain right now that I choose to believe he is actually a hardcore gamer and going, "Oh my god, what are you guys doing?"
Let's see. He's actually got good combat, guys.
Cupcake wants to know if this game is worth buying.
I've put in a lot of hours. I certainly think it's amazing, and I'm not really that much of a Metal Gear Solid purist.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's true. He plays it with kazoos. It's like what, $50 more?
Yeah, it's a full price $60 game.
60, right? I mean, it's possible you might want to wait some time for the price to go down, but I guess it depends how much you're into Metal Gear and how much you like this kind of game.
Yeah.
Hang on, I actually have the price written down on my little balance sheet.
Yeah, you might.
I know, Jawa, you said you were going to wait for it to come out more stuff, right?
From what I've heard about it, I've contemplated getting it at some point in the future after, like they've released all the things for it, so there's like a complete edition and that's on sale and what have you.
Yeah.
And there's less people raiding in multiplayer.
Fair.
Well, I'm not even sure that because
that FOB has a nuke.
Oh wow.
Nuke, you say?
Yeah, I'm not gonna invade that guy.
You can actually see it on the screen.
Yeah.
Go steal the nuke.
I'm not even sure that the whole rating thing would affect me one way or the other, because I'd probably wind up getting it for $360, and I like have that hooked up to the internet never anymore.
Yeah, probably. All right. Well, let's take on a base with some actual defenses.
Hopefully.
Weather will clear shortly.
This will probably be interesting.
Heading to FOB.
With the same equipment as before, except the water pistol, because that didn't really do jack or shit.
Yeah, the water pistol. Squirt, squirt.
I thought it might be I thought it might actually help against like the drones and stuff as a clever little thing, but no, not really. Okay, so let's see. This place will probably have actual people.
Probably. Hopefully. Please do.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB. You can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
I'm looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss, if you find any.
Recruit all the decoys.
Be careful down there, boss.
Okay, I'm immediately seeing more defenses. Oh yeah, there are live people.
Analysis.
Yep.
Oh my god, those exist.
Analysis complete.
Yeah, they're not very good though, because they're security team staff.
Yeah.
And that's where, even if you do auto-assign, that's where the game puts all the junk.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Yeah, I need to get resources or nothing at all. There are, however, a bunch of containers over there. Holy crap.
Holy.
All the Fulton. And by Fulton I mean Portal, but Fulton is more fun to say. I like the paint job.
Yes, yes they are.
I hereby christen this the Pinkie Pie base.
Subject on board. The rest of us.
Miller's response. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
I am in your base, killing your dudes.
Not killing.
Trank pistol.
I am in your base, tranking your dudes.
So what happens after you trank them and make them disappear?
I steal them. Even though they're useless to me, but now he doesn't have them. Or she.
Fulton! Fulton all the thing.
So they're like prisoners or what?
They get recruited to serve under your command.
Yes, in your base, stealing your dudes.
And it counts as, towards my score, so...
Zero, the reason they don't
they
see him is
just-
because he's Snake.
So these guys just work for whoever the last guy does.
Yep.
They will work for whoever is Big Boss. Unfortunately, they're all Big Boss.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually as much of an explanation as there will ever be.
Okay, I'm trying to make sense of their base icon. Oh, it looks like it's a...
It's a skull with a halo in a diamond, and it says "Crying Butterfly."
I was trying the winged skull. I was trying to determine what that was.
The Hydra.
I really want to get to the platform with like just all of the resources. I just really want to get there. And it's all hot pink.
He's coming too. Roger that.
This is the best base. Okay. I've got some time, but the more time I spend, the more chance I risk of the other guy being online and deciding to come and stop me. No, semi-automatic cupcake, I have not played War Thunder, and...
I might have, but I uninstalled it.
Analysis complete.
It does not sound like a game for me.
Oh, so when you're on the base, there's actually jeeps and such when you're on your own base.
Yeah.
Oh, stream chat this.
Oh, hell yeah! That was the good stuff.
Have managed.
I am not even counting them. Not even counting them! God damn.
All that's left is the drone.
Bum bum.
Holy fuck. I was just thinking that, Jabba.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Pretty much.
Oh boy.
So basically you're using sniper tranks right now.
Yeah, but now my suppressor has run out on my sniper tranks.
Well, if you think
And
about
I'm out of suppressors entirely.
it makes sense that the base is painted bright pink. It makes the black sneaking suit more visible. Semi-automatic or semi-cupcake. Basically, the suppressor has a durability rating, and that rating is that bar you can see, or did see.
Oh, there's an anti-theft device on all this crap.
Holy crap, 4 planning.
And by anti-theft device, they mean just a heavy weight.
Hey, Alan.
Hey. I have basically won at a zombie survival game. That was really not hard, but no.
Still yay?
Yep.
So how do you disable the anti-theft device?
Yeah. And we're in.
Infiltration successful.
Anywho, so as I say, I was driving the Jeep and managed to Austin Powers it.
Austin.
Basically, I got...
Someone's echoing.
Not me, because I'm the one actually talking.
Well, I'm just saying, someone's echoing.
So, it was... So, you know those guardrail setups that they have on the platform paths between the two?
I suppose.
Basically, I managed to get it stuck on top of one of those, unable to move. And then I managed to take another one, managed to get it over that, get it over the other rail, and go straight into the water.
But yeah, until you really start filling out your combat unit, most of your guys in the security team are just going to be utter crap. Some C, a few B if you're lucky, but yeah, it's not really that worth the time to actually Fulton those dudes.
Save the Fulton for all the resources.
Yeah, resources are king.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
So now I've got a bunch of stuff in unprocessed materials.
Which will take time to process.
Yeah. Which, okay, whatever. Oh, I can just buy a nuclear weapon, huh?
So what is the reason for storing all these supplies at the forward operating base?
Because they end up getting used in development deployments and expanding the bases. I'm not buying a nuke, no. I do not want to be that guy.
But nuke.
But nuke, look, there's using nukes, which is the renegade option, and then there's getting enough heroism to invade bases with nukes, which is the Paragon option.
That's one way to describe it.
So Do you actually bomb places with a nuke if you buy one?
I think you can, actually, yeah. You can expend nukes to blow up enemies. Ugh. I don't want to continue with the story just yet, and I'm kind of getting sick of forward operating base missions.
Oh, just go wander around Afghanistan, see what you can steal.
That might not be a bad idea, actually.
See if there are any terrorists you can assassinate.
Although, well... Oh god, no, that's actually way more than I want to deal with. What are my security... What is my security like? While we're thinking about it. Okay, I can actually see a log of, what happened there. Oh, he just started CQCing a bunch of people. Then he just started killing my people. Yeah,
I just scrubbed my best gun.
Okay, I'm starting to get the sense of what happened here. I mean, he went in loud, but yeah.
He killed everyone, and then stole it.
Oh, he actually extracted one and didn't just kill it. Oh, now he just killed it. Well then. That was painful to look at. I need to maybe think about expanding some of my forward operating base facilities. Yeah.
Commencing platform construction.
Well, there's no way to tell when the player is going to be away or not. You just don't know. So it's always going to be a gamble. And if you lose, then that opens you up to getting counterattacked by them. Oh, I think I might do one more and then call it. We'll just try the command platform, as dumb as that'll be.
Heading to FOB.
Just go in and ride in them.
Because this guy might actually have some decent staff if I could get to the core.
Platforms cold.
Yeah, this might end up being a short stream because I'm just kind of tired. My sleep schedule is really out of whack. And yeah, without the game, I probably wouldn't be playing much anyway.
Heart of the rival PF's FOB. You can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Okay. Will this be the one we actually lose? Probably.
But yeah, stream watchers, you saw how it was hard to see, but there's a walking path on the platform connectors. That's what I managed to get myself wedged on.
Oh, that took way too many shots.
Analysis complete.
Not worth the time. Oh, the head movement when they're investigating is a little hard to predict. Oh, hi! When in doubt, box it.
The box out.
Okay, now I actually need to figure out how to climb up this thing. Because I'm just not going to bother with anything else right now.
Use the pipes.
Camo box!
Yeah, the pipes will probably be good. That was close.
There was a decoy down below the first one.
Yeah,
That's
I
when
know.
he just hunted. That was Zero mentioned it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
You gonna extract him?
This is getting a little tense. I really cannot really afford to waste time here. In the head.
How's that, Meek?
Just gotta get up 3 flights of stairs and we're good.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Crap, 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 that's a drone, that's a drone. Ah, crap! Oh, I got super owned. Okay, come on, come on, come on, and we're in.
Infiltration successful.
Let's probably find out how far behind I am. Ooh!
Extraction.
Yeah, that was the mine.
Well, I grabbed 12 soldiers from that.
I'm starting to think this is not the same level of difficulty as that decoy.
Well, I got a couple of A+ guys.
Well done.
And I got some... I got a S rank volunteer. So basically doing the FOB missions is triggering volunteer recruitment, which is actually better than the stuff I'm grabbing. So that might actually be what makes it worthwhile.
Nice.
Those S guys aren't the people I'm grabbing from the FOBs. They're just volunteers that are coming in after the, time duration of doing a mission. So FOBs apparently count as cycling the volunteers. So that might actually be where the worth is. Yeah, keep them away from the base if I get... Yeah. Any S-rank guys, yeah, put them under direct contracts. That's probably actually a really good idea. No, that's not the button to do direct contract. And they're all in intel.
Staff assigned.
Okay, so Q, 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 Q. And of course, Hideo Kojima's in intel, and he is locked down for sure. So yeah, we'll just make sure all our S and above guys are under their contract. Yeah. Gosh. That was actually kind of exciting. Crap, I'm getting kind of addicted to this now. I'm starting to actually, now that I've actually got some decent equipment, I'm starting to see.
It's like Spud is having fun during a game. Weird.
What is this? It must end immediately.
Well, mostly because I've had a bunch of easy games. As soon as I actually get a player retaliating, I am super screwed. Then, supposedly, once I've got enough heroism, I can actually go to these bases with nukes and steal them, so I can disarm them. Or use them, but... yeah, the possibility of running into a big boss armed with a grenade launcher is scary.
You of course know that you can play other characters without Big Boss.
That's true.
Okay.
But I mean, if they're not under direct contract, you risk losing them. And right now I've only got one guy that's even going to be a little bit better than boss in combat. And I don't know how all the stats, the character stats, come into play in the field yet.
They do level up over time, so...
because Big Boss is... Snake is a A++ in every skill. And I'm starting to get people who are S's and S+'s in certain skills, and I've got an S+ in my combat unit now. So I could theoretically deploy that chick and see how that goes.
You could.
B's and A's across the board here. Oh, it's the volunteers are a reward for completing the mission. I see. Who do I want a bunch of good people with? Do I dare try to take on the combat unit across 3? Ugh.
Hard mode. Play with only crappy people.
And they are all at long range. Wow, this guy just went for all long-range defense. Maybe not. Well, this guy's got A's.
So, where did you get that S-rated in combat woman?
Good question.
Okay.
Flaming Buffalo.
Because I'm considering buying the game and...
I don't recall, actually. There's no way to tell, like, exactly where you got.
Yeah, okay. See, I'm considering buying the game and then just putting Snake in the back at Mother Base. Let him sit there until there's a cutscene, and then he comes jumping back in.
Alright, let's see if I can deploy my
Please
S.
select a mission.
Unless she's... No, she's not occupied by anything else, so let's actually try sending her out on some work.
I was gonna say take her for a spin.
Yeah. Let's see. What do I need? This one's gonna be weak, unfortunately. But who do I want to actually grab people for? If I do base development, I can grab a whole bunch of resources. I think I'll try that one.
So you're going for the BDP.
Heading to FOB.
Yeah, the base development platform, yeah. Select character. Where's my... There we go. Flaming Buffalo. Yeah, this will actually be kind of awesome.
What's the head option? Like, 'cause it doesn't
Either you put on the Baklava or you don't. Why do you not want me putting on Noctis Simon?
Apparently there is something that you don't have. If that's on.
I suppose. Oh, it's probably Helma. It's probably running really low on Helma. Oh, and I can't do the Hand of Jehudi if I do this character, but I haven't really been using that on the previous ones, so we'll just do this.
Fun fact, they did go through the effort to fully voice act the female characters.
Nice.
And also the main characters who aren't Snake. For everything but extended cutscenes.
Her face is kind of unnaturally smooth, but okay.
It is just a side character.
She is much easier on the eyes than Venom Snake.
In Blazokarn, it's not a gun, that's an actual prosthetic hand.
Yeah. It's an actual hand called the Hand of Jehudi. Come on. Climb up. There we go. Oh dear. Oh, there's a bunch of dudes all right there.
So who are you at the moment, sorry?
Flaming Buffalo.
I love her.
Yes, she's amazing.
Yep. She's better at combat than Snake. So.
Yep, she's an S+. Snake is only an A++.
She has a cool ponytail and an awesome code name. I love her.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna buy the game because
I'm actually looking at the emblem, and I think that's the one they used with Peace Walker as well.
Well, this is a butterfly sort of thing.
You gotta extract him.
I don't even care about Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear stuff. I just want to play the game.
Yeah, it's just a really good game regardless. Well, that was...
You gotta extract him.
that was something.
Don't.
Just did a big old pratfall. So let's steal all the resources. Which is apparently a bunch of precious metals. Like nothing but.
$22 gigabytes.
Yeah, it's huge.
That's
crap!
Oh, Dong Cena's coming.
Oh,
This is over.
What?
Just happened.
I hope she didn't get kidnapped.
No, that just means
The session restarts, and now I have to either survive 5 minutes or win.
Okay.
because the other player is there.
Do both. Survive 5 minutes and win.
Fortunately, she's under direct contract, which means even if she gets kidnapped, I will not lose her. But this is her first showing, and I want her to do a good job.
Yeah.
Come on, Buffalo.
Can you hide up on one of the cranes?
I could probably get up there if it didn't cross so much distance.
You know, because she's good at combat and her nickname is Buffalo, I'm gonna call her Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Buffalo Bill.
Yes. Well, was Buffalo Bill the one with the
Oh, that's probably him.
anger problem?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Hopefully she doesn't.
Yeah, that's the other player. That's gotta be.
Can you snipe them out?
He's probably trying to snipe me, is the problem.
Oh, yeah, okay. But, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh wait, that might not be.
Can you tell where you are?
No, that's not. Crap, that is not.
Yeah, I was.
This is if I can just
That's why the
escape
old crowd happens.
without getting killed. This can still be a success.
I was attempting to apply real-world logic to a video game. Because the thing you're hiding behind is not something that would stop a bullet. But it's a video game, so...
Plus, it's more concealment than cover.
Is the decoy actually a copy of your character?
No, it's Big Boss.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try for grabbing stuff because who knows what this player is packing. I'm just going to fudge. That was okay. He is on top of that container, and he's just going to snipe me. So, fudge.
That shot was so close.
Okay, just gotta hang here for about a minute 45.
I'm
And
behind the
hope-
thing, you can't see me.
And hope the enemy can't spot you on heat vision or something like that.
If it's the sneaking suit, it actually prevents heat
Ooh.
vision, the NVG, from spotting.
That's clever.
It's something that only occurs with the FOB missions.
So the only way to spot her if they come out from that side is
Clouds
to
approaching.
actually spot her.
Yeah.
Ain't no one here but us vampire bats.
Basically, once that portal opens, I run like hell for it. And I'm using some smoke grenades to cover my escape.
Grenades?
Smoke grenades, not
But you said grenades, so I still want.
frickin' out.
Peace!
Laters.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Grabbed like a few soldiers and some resources, and that's it.
So you do get to keep those resources you already got.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And my balance went in the negative for having to deploy like that, but
Oh, your balance for that mission.
yeah. So that was not successful, but I didn't die.
And the question is he coming for you now?
No, I don't, because I didn't leave the wormhole open.
Select a mission.
Or did you? Don't you just hate it when you get somewhere and you think, oh god, did I leave the wormhole unlocked?
Indeed.
The important thing here is you brought home the buffalo.
Yeah.
It's like when you get on a mission and
Enough with the jumbles, rude box. Anyway, that was mildly exciting. I think that'll be it for tonight.
Oh, come on. You're not going to run around as Buffalo in Afghanistan.
Maybe another time, because she's now kind of my best character at the moment.
Woo! Thank you very much for streaming for us, bud.
No problem. See you guys another time.
Gives me a reason to work on that.